Hey-o. Your mic's not in front of your face.
It wouldn't be a stream unless I fucked up somehow.
I wish it was just like perpetually spinning around. You're like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
I completely forgot. I thought it was loud enough that it would catch me. Hi, everybody.
How's it going, guys? Welcome to another episode of Attack the Block Print. What a clever title. I'm always impressed by it every time we say it.
Yes.
Shout out to your sister. Amazing night ahead of us tonight. We are carving a live Darth Vader block, which I'm super stoked on. A little extra Star Wars hype right now with Ahsoka next week. Can't wait for that. I hope there's some good Anakin plot lines in there.
And we'll be talking about that today in the news.
Oh, sick. Okay, we'll talk about that there. So yeah, Star Wars was a title that was requested multiple times in the comments on the last streams, like do something from Star Wars, do something from Star Wars. I'm like, man, well, Ahsoka's coming out next week. I really love Vader. I hope he plays a role in the show, at least as Anakin. And so be a great way to kick off the hype with a new block.
Hell yeah.
In other news, we'll talk a little bit about the fact that I dropped the record today.
Yes.
Not just, it sounds like I dropped.
I mean, we talked about it last week.
I know.
Yeah, you dropped your fire mixtape.
Yeah, I actually wrote that somewhere.
No, you didn't.
I think I wrote in Instagram in the description that like the fire department's all the way because this mixtape is fire.
You're fired.
I hear sirens because it was some, which is a joke that one of my students like told me once when I was still teaching. I thought it was so freaking funny.
You had a student that told you
Sir,
that the siren. Tell me how it went.
Something like, sir, the fire department is here.
The fire department is on its way.
No, yeah, and I go, why? What the heck happened? He's like, just dropped my new mixtape.
Oh my god. Aren't you glad we're not teaching anymore?
So good, dude. No, that was the gold mine.
No, that's a good one. That was
gold mine of jokes.
You're right.
And then, but yeah, so that and I was just at PowerCon over the weekend in Columbus, Ohio. So I want to talk a little bit about that. And then Gabby's got some awesome news. Before we get into it,
not like news, like
oh no.
I've just found some really cool articles online to talk about.
Yeah, a great aunt left you her mansion.
God, if only.
Yeah. But yeah, no, so that's going to be fun. And like I said, I was at PowerCon this past weekend in Columbus, Ohio. Met a few of you. I got some amazing pickups and we both got an amazing gift. So we'll be talking about that. But right before we get started, guys, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. And at any point tonight, or especially at the end of the stream, let us know what you want me to carve next week. That really helps. I'm picking them from the comments.
Help.
Yeah, and it helps us because when you put comments in the stream and you like it, YouTube thinks, hey, this is a good video. We should recommend it to more people. And
all right, stop talking for a second. You want to know what's really funny? What? In the chat, somebody just said, I'm new to this channel. Are you two married?
Oh,
and the answer is no.
Yes.
Yeah, we're married.
No, that's funny because last night on Toy Anxiety.
Oh, that's right. It was last night?
Yeah.
God, it feels like 1,000 years.
I know, I have no sense of time anymore. It really is a flat circle. And so the on the stream, they were giving us a nice shout out, very sweet things that they said. And they said that you and I have great chemistry and that we should get
but they were like, oh, you guys should get married.
Yeah. And I wrote in the comments to be funny, I wrote, we're considering it. But yeah, Gabby and I are married. Fun fact. You want to like explain the fun fact about how we got married?
Yeah, just a quick story. Peter and I decided to get married 2019 or something, 2018, 2019. Yeah. We didn't have a traditional wedding. We just kind of went to the courthouse and got the paperwork. And then we went and had a nice lunch with all of our family to like let them know that we're married now. Yeah. And we were supposed to sign the paperwork and get it notarized and then send it back. But we forgot because that year we went to Comic-Con.
Yeah,
I think it was the first year
in Japan.
And so we completely forgot to do the paperwork. And the license expired. So technically we weren't actually married, although we were married until last year.
Yeah,
last year we finally signed the paperwork and got it notarized because we had, bought a house and we were like, we should be legally married so that just in case anything ever happens, you know, it's not a problem. So,
and then do you want to tell us the anniversary date?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
Oh, yes, I do. Ugh. Peter made me.
No, I didn't make. I strategically didn't point out the fact.
No, that's not true. Yes, you did. Landing. You said no, you didn't. You said because we were talking about it in March of last year, and you were like, "Hey, would it be okay if we got married on 3/11 so that we'll never forget? We'll never forget our anniversary.
But
I hate you.
That's true because we're both so bad at dates and stuff like that.
I don't remember any of our anniversaries.
Man. I don't remember any important.
Not that it matters.
No, I have a problem with remembering numbers and dates like that. So when I said that, I was like, this will be fucking hilarious if from now on our anniversary is 3/11 and like I can get you like when it's the wedding anniversary, don't they do like something blue or some shit? Like
it's like every 5 years or something. It's a different medal
piece of 311
or like
merch.
Oh,
so to celebrate.
By the way, I don't hate 311. I actually like 311. It's just that Peter takes it to level 15, and so I have to hate it because of that.
You guys should definitely start sending Gaby 311 memes.
Please don't. No, don't do it.
And if Rich Bleach, he should send a super chat to get you to do 311.
He is already in the chat going, "Oh man, I just thought of a song for Gaby." Please, God.
She loves Amber to sing.
Well, Amber is the color of my energy.
Yeah, there you go.
You know,
amazing.
Oh
but yeah.
My God.
So yeah.
Wow, way to derail the whole thing.
I can't believe we may have already shared that, but if anybody's new, that's like a fun way to break the ice here. So anyway, yes, I want to get started on this. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh, that's a good one, Rich.
Go.
All right, I'm down for that one.
Do it right now.
Oh, yeah, I have to do it right now?
Yeah.
Hold on. There's other things in the chat I want to talk about. Like Jared said, Gaby, your wine glass is awesome. Thank you very much. It is my most recent Halloween season acquisition, and I love it especially because Peter can't touch it because it's uncured or unglazed ceramic, so he can't touch it because it gives him the willies.
But yeah, sing it, B. We gotta get the super chat.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah. Fine, God. I was gonna say, I was like, I don't remember how it goes now. Wait, which part are we singing? The little chorus part?
Yeah,
what are the lyrics? Shit.
No, you don't have to even say real words.
I do have to say real words. Hold on. I'm just going to look it up 2 seconds, please.
Okay.
Thing called...
It goes...
Yeah, now I'm remembering it because you're singing it. But why are you singing it like that? Well, you're going to have to do the instruments because I'm not going to pull up the song and get us copyright struck.
Right, of course not. No, you got to do it like I'll do the...
Hold on, this is a wrong song.
Oh, big. Yeah, just wing it.
Oh, they keep showing me Johnny Cash.
Just wing it.
No, calm down.
Big.
Why are you trying to rush me?
Because we got to move. We got so many things to do. And I got another stream to do after this.
Oh my God, that's right. Hold on.
Just the chorus goes, I believe in a thing called love, and it goes,
here it is. All right, do it. When do I start?
There. And go.
I believe in a thing called love. There's a chance we can make it now. When we rock it till the sun goes down. I believe in a thing called love.
You didn't do the falsetto part, so I feel like...
I tried. I just woke up literally less than 45 minutes ago.
All right.
Oh, God. All right. There you go, Rich. I hope you liked it.
That was worth $40. That was amazing. But yeah, quick, before we get into the carving, show them the page. We want everybody to know about this.
What?
The record. Show the record news real quick before we get into anything else.
Just a moment.
So yeah, if you haven't heard yet, we dropped the mixtape, dropped the album. It's Godzilla vs. Megaguirus on original vinyl soundtrack. So you can go to mondoshop.com, pick it up. There's lots of cool pictures that Gaby you can click on to show, especially the interior gatefold, which is new to today, and you can see a lot of art there. So I'm not releasing this artwork as prints. It's not going to be released like that. The only way to ever get this artwork is to get the record. There's a full original image of Megaguirus in the back cover. The front's got the Godzilla portrait right there. Then there's a picture disc with the Godzilla portrait as well from the movie. And the inside gatefold is like a whole battle scene. And the reason, honestly, I'm not releasing it as prints, number one, that wasn't part of the deal. But number two, I had to do some digital tweaks to the landmarks in the center of the gatefold, and the original print didn't look right. And on the cover, this Meganulan little bug, I forget if it's Megalunan, Meganulan, terrible name.
Megalunan,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they said it last week.
I know, but I have resized it a little bit. So on the original print, it's actually too big. So it's not something that I would release as prints, even if I had the rights to, just so you know. But I am going to get some copies of these to sell. on my own, a few.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
And I might do a special edition.
Mega
Nula.
It's written in the description.
There it is. And I might do some special edition drops with these. So you never know. Real fun stuff. Just keep your eyes peeled for that. But yeah, get one for yourself. This is a cool one you can get for a friend for like start doing your holiday shopping in summer. But it will be one of those things that will sell out. It's 2,000 units. The Godzilla figure was 2,000 units. So it's a big number, but also it will cap at some point. So pick it up. All right.
Okay.
PowerCon recap real quick. You can give me art cam for this, actually.
Okay. 1 second.
I think there's actually a better way to do this. Yeah, art cam is cool.
There you go.
All right. So number one, this is really cool. I just
try to keep it still so that the camera can focus on it. No, away, because that camera's not that good. Just leave it right there.
That's good.
Just let it focus.
I can just let it right there.
It's gonna try to focus. Oh, it's trying. That poor camera is struggling.
We're gonna replace this camera.
It's okay.
Well, anyway, you can pull up the website of it to show it. But
if you want, I can give you the big one, and then you can show it to your nicer camera.
Okay, yeah, try that.
All right, here you go. Okay.
Boom.
There you go. Wait. Pull it back a little. Pull it back a little. It's trying to focus on your eyes. Oh, God. Can you tell we're fucking pros at this? Jesus Christ. Okay, right there. Hold it right there. There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Just pull up the website. This is a really cool figure. You have it there queued up. This is a really cool figure I got at PowerCon from an independent company. The IP is called Warlords of War.
Here, put it down on your table so people can at least sort of see how.
Yeah.
There, leave it right there and stop moving your little hands around.
So it's called the Warlords of War. The cool thing about it, this one's obviously inspired by He-Man and Return of the Living Dead. So they got like the paint scheme from the Tar-Man from Return of the Living Dead, but it's like a He-Man style body. Although it's got like a skull face, really cool. This figure line is awesome because all the parts are modular. So it comes with 3 different heads, 2 different torsos, 2 different sets of arms, 3 actually sets of arms, and you can make different like swappable parts together. It's really, really cool. This head comes with it. There's like a Swamp Thing head, and they have a whole line of figures. If you go back to the main page there, you can see some examples. But it's an independent company, really cool dude. He actually was a fan of mine and our show. I didn't know that. I didn't expect that.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool. And so definitely check them out, especially if you're a He-Man fan or like a modular toy fan. They're really, really fun.
They are really cool. They give me Lego minifigs.
Yeah,
vibes,
but
right?
exactly, but like mixed with He-Man. It's super fun.
Right,
man.
it is fun.
So
when I saw them, I was like, oh, this is actually not lame. This is actually
then
cool.
Right across from them at that booth. Wait, are you gonna? Okay, yeah, let's do it. You can go give me art cam again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Right across from him at his booth, he actually owned a little toy shop. So he was running like 2 booths at once, but it was like all like old vintage toys, which is crazy to call this vintage. I remember buying this as a kid.
What year did it come out?
This is 1990.
Oh my actual fucking god.
1990. Yeah, what happened?
Look at the chat. You're not looking at the chat.
Oh, B. I'm down to do it right now.
At least I know that one.
You ready?
Oh, God, I wish there was music. The problem is that it sucks when I can't. I'm just trying to. Okay, as long as you do the background. I don't know what that is. Okay, stop. It doesn't help when you're doing it like that.
I'll give you the beat so you can stay on the beat.
All right, give me a countdown.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Here we go now.
You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a right round.
Record, baby. Now look at
I wanted to do it.
You're gonna have to do a prorated refund. He's getting like $13.70 back for that. Ready?
Oh
you have to do
my
the whole
god!
line. Ready? 1.
All right, I'll do it.
2. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. There, that's all you're getting.
Good job. That was really good.
There you go.
That was a really good one. Thank you, Jared. That's awesome.
Thanks, Jared.
All right. So check this out. I picked up these vintage Swamp Thing figures. I've been looking at these on eBay. It's like the reverse.
Okay, but what year? Because it's
1990.
Really?
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's weird.
It doesn't feel vintage to me.
I know. Like I said, I remember being like 7 years old when I bought this thing. Anyway, so I was just looking at eBay recently, like to see what these go for, and it felt so weird to see them in person. It's like the reverse of when Amazon listens to you talk about like cereal and they suggest like 50 different brands.
Oh,
it was like in reverse. Like now it's in the real world. So I looked it online, but I picked them up each, for like 33. Like it was like $100 for the 3.
Oh, that's not
but it was
bad.
so cool because I have this one still.
I love the ombre on them.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
I only had this one as a kid, if my memory serves, and I don't remember being able. I remember seeing the back and thinking I had some bad guys, but I want to find those other Swamp Thing, but I never had them. So there's still a couple that I don't have.
Does he do something?
Yes, his hand like it stretches out like a big vine arm, like you see here, with a string, and then you can squeeze his legs together.
Is it like that sticky arm that you would get in the?
I have it up there. I have an open one, but essentially,
You do?
yeah. If you want to grab it real quick,
Where
I'll show
is
you
it?
on top of the switch box.
Oh no, I don't want to.
Yeah, okay, but just trust me. Like, you pull his wrist out or his arm out, his hand out, and it's like dangling on a string. It doesn't do it; it just stays limp. And then you squeeze the legs together, and it goes zip, and it zips it back in.
Okay,
it's cool.
That's cool.
And it comes with this cool swamp monster thing.
Toys that do stupid shit.
Dude,
like
me
that.
too. So I just love this specific line too because I love the box art and how it all looks together. It always felt like the slightly grown-up toy line at Toys R Us. And then there's this one. It's which is funny because it's on a French card. La créature de Marais. And he's like, I think he glows in the dark.
I was about to ask you that.
I don't know for sure, but
I wonder.
Yes, BioGlow.
Oh, it does?
Yeah,
That's
it glows.
So cool.
And he's got these cool glow weapons.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I never noticed this before. His whole like botanical texture is different. Like this one is more traditionally Swamp Thing looking with like vines and stuff. This one's got like little cactus, pear cactus.
I love. Yeah, I remember you came home and you're like, he has cactuses on him.
so
I'm like,
weird.
cactuses are in the swamp. Why
Are they
not?
really?
No, they're not.
And then this one's more like a tree elemental, which is really cool with a two-tone color and this cool like tree cannon thing. I don't know what it is, but man, I was just so stoked. They're Kenner figures, so that's cool. So I got those.
That's so cool.
Then I got more stuff. We don't have time to show all of it.
I was gonna say, I was like, is this turning into
No,
a toy show?
No. But we got a great gift, each of us.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
Bo Yordi, who's always in our streams.
I think he's here.
Yeah, I think he might be here. I saw him on Instagram. Said he was gonna come later on. Ryan, be the timekeeper for tonight, so I don't miss the stream.
By the way, wait, before you talk about Bo, which I'm
What?
very excited
Yeah.
to talk about what he brought me.
What?
I just want to say, Rich in the chat was like, why is it that I always get cursed out for requesting songs and this one was met with happiness?
I know.
Rich, it's just that
I'm with you, bro.
you're my favorite villain.
Yeah, no.
That's all it is.
Rich, I thought the same shit. I thought it was fucked up that she was so into it.
No, you did not.
No.
Why would you rally against me like that? How dare you? No, Rich, I love you. Thank you so much for making me come out of my show. You are my favorite villain.
Yeah, we should call him Record Producer Rich because he produces the hits.
Oh, you do produce the hits.
That's his new nickname, Record Producer Rich.
It's just that you're putting me on the spot. That's why I like to hate you. And Jared had never requested a song before, so I was excited.
No, I think he has.
No, it was his first. It literally said it in the chat. It was like
shit.
his first super chat.
Sick.
So yeah. Anyway,
All right.
we love you, Rich. Don't get upset
Rich,
with me.
you're the best heel, bro. Remember that. But anyway, so I was at Bo
Okay,
Yordi.
so Bo found you last day of the con, right?
No, I don't remember.
Sunday?
No, I don't think so. I don't
No?
remember. It might have been, but he was at the show. He watches the streams. He's a fan of our stuff.
Yep.
And he's heard us talk about like how I love Boglins and how you recently started
Yes.
collecting the zombies. And he goes, Pete. Oh, first of all, he brought his Godzilla to sign. I signed the base, and then he goes, dude, I got you something. And he pulled out. Look at this. Go back to the.
No.
This crazy like pink cotton candy looking
I am keeping
Boglin.
him, by the way. He's mine now, and
got
I
the
need you
cool-
guys to help me give him a good name.
Yeah, look at
because
that.
he's coming with me wherever I go. Not that I'm going anywhere,
Dude,
but
I was so happy to
he
get a
might go to my
Boglin.
studio.
What's funny is
Because
that
you have one.
I have
here.
multiple. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but they're all like the original colors.
well, yeah.
But
multiple.
I never thought that there was a Boglin in pink and blue.
Yeah,
See,
there's-
oh yeah, the Halloween one that we got at Tate's.
Yeah.
That one's really good too. But I love the pink and blue. It's like
Hey.
speaking my name.
You're really cute. No, thanks. You're really
Oh,
cute.
this is getting weird. Oh my god. I'm taking him off the camera. He's getting weird with
But
them.
the point is that like it's so awesome that Bo, that you've watched enough to know that we love that stuff.
Yes.
And that you brought me this Boglin. And I'll show the zombie. Where's yours?
Oh, I'll show it. It's right here.
Check it
Can you show
out.
it on my camera?
Yeah.
It's okay. Here she is.
Dude.
Look how beautiful. So Bo brought me a zombie. He said he found it at Walmart.
I don't
something.
remember.
I know they're almost anywhere where
There was
there's
none
like
at the show, so I was
because
looking for you. Yeah.
it's a small. You know, it's so funny is like I follow the Instagram. It's a really small company
Is
that
it really?
does it. This is I think the only product that they do is the zombies.
Yeah.
I forget the name of the company. I'll tell you right now. It's Spin Master.
Oh, they're a big company.
But yeah, but it was made by somebody else.
Oh, okay.
And I follow the account for Zombies. But anyway, this is the original Zombie line, Zombies Forever, Friendship Lasts Forever.
Yeah.
So it's like they're just like standalone girls, and they're all doing like different things. You know, they're playing sports or they're musicians. The one that I got from the one that Bo sent me is like going to a sleepover. As you can see, she has her cute little pajamas and she has her little teddy bear. And her name is Ready to Drop, which honestly is me. Look, here's her collector card so you can see it, and her little coffin with her sticker pack inside, which is really cute. I should do an unboxing of one of these on the stream one day so you guys can see. Oh wait, hold on. So you can see how cute the unboxing is, because everything is wrapped up in this really delicious like gift wrap paper, and then the girls come in a body bag which you can zip open. It's awesome.
Yeah,
but
so
anyway,
cool because like I said, Bo, amazing, and thank you so much. But we get that here and there. People like will find us at a show and they'll bring us something cool.
I know,
they'll send us stuff in the mail,
sweet.
and I am so honored by that, you guys. So thank you for the thoughtfulness. I really appreciate it, dude. I'm glad I got to meet you. I met a few new people out there in Columbus, which is awesome. What a cool city, by the way. I was kind of surprised by that. I didn't think anything bad. I just didn't like.
Oh look, Bo said it must be hot because people had them ripped open on the shelf. No shit. Evil side of blind box collectors. You know, it's so funny because here, at least in Miami, the you know how they have those display cases that has all the mystery boxes in them? It's like no one touches them.
Yeah.
Every time I go, I can pick up a fresh one and no one even notices them. But I think it's a cultural thing here. Like in Miami, people aren't so much into zombies and horror stuff, sadly. But anyway.
They're really cool, and again, that was amazing and such a sweet thing. So thank you, Bo, and thank you all you guys. A bunch of people have sent us beautiful gifts, artwork.
It's so sweet.
It's the coolest thing.
I have this artwork. I keep it next to me.
Yes. We haven't shouted them out.
I know. Well, you said that you had talked to them, right?
Yeah, but it was still a cool thing.
Well, this is a gift that was sent to us from Glenn and Lewan. They're I think Lewan won the Daruma.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And so they sent us this like really beautiful print.
Show it.
Mando and the child.
He made it. He did. It's a reduction print, or like at least a 2-layer print, depending on how he did it. But it's an actual lino cut of Mando and Grogu, and it's so freaking awesome, dude.
It's so beautiful. I love it. I keep it right next to my desk. Here,
we gotta get a frame for it and put it up right there.
I know. I gotta tell you guys.
We have a stack of things to frame.
We're really bad at framing things. I mean, we have a lot of things framed already, but it's hard for us to get around to framing new stuff. So don't be upset. But
both you guys,
they wrote us the nicest letter, and they talked about how, and they even addressed it to Wonton, which thank you. He appreciates that.
Finally.
But yeah, super nice. So thank you so much.
It's awesome.
To Glenn and Lewan for that. I know it's taken a long time for us to shout it out.
I know. Sorry about that. It's just been crazy.
Yeah, it has been.
But yes, that was a beautiful gesture. So thank you guys, all of you, for doing that. You don't have to, but we greatly do appreciate it. So, all right, let's get on to the artwork. And along with the artwork, we need something very special. We need a segment intro.
To this?
No, the news.
Oh, well, I thought you were going to introduce the carving first, and then I'll get to the news.
Okay,
Whoops. Someone's forgetting the show notes.
Wait. So I'll do this first.
Why are you showing them the Godzilla?
If you haven't been watching, these are some of the cool blocks I've done on the show recently, start to finish. It's got this Godzilla 84. We did the creature last week. By the way, I
love that creature so much.
I know, right?
His face looks so happy. He also reminds me of Tony.
I know.
By the way, you haven't shown the people Tony today, and that is very upsetting. Tony Cam needs to be
Tony
done.
Sleep Cam.
Look at him.
I'm right here. I don't want to talk about nothing.
No. His little black bean.
So, I put this question out in the stories on Instagram today, like how many of you would be interested in me doing a new creature print and maybe even a creature figure, just throwing it out there. But let me know in the comments here too if you'd be down. I want to do some more creature stuff. I've done some good Godzilla stuff lately, but I think I want to get back to the creature a little bit. So let me know what you think. We did this Toxie, which, by the way, they just announced a new film.
I know.
Avenger.
Shut up. We're going to talk about it.
Okay. And then we did the Raphael block, did the Martian from Mars Attacks. We did a lot, B.
We've
Skeletor,
really done a lot.
Wolverine, and tonight I'm going to do Darth
Vader. Darth Vader. That's what Peter earlier was like trying trying to hype it up, and he says Darth Vader, and I'm like, since what? He says that's what it would sound like if one of our parents tried to like,
hey kids, te gustan Darth Vader.
Darth Vader.
A ti te gusta, mira quién
A ti te
está.
gusta Darth Vader. Sorry, we went straight into Spanish.
All right, here we go.
Anyway.
So, yes. What's the news segment intro?
Do you want me to segment into news? Okay, here we go.
We need a double segment intro now.
No, you're asking for too much.
Right,
Hold on.
Go.
Entertainment news.
Best segment ever, bro.
It's a really good segment.
Yeah. We gotta send that to Christian Harloff. Oh, by the way, you should put show that too at some point.
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I will. I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up towards the end.
Yeah, I was on Christian's show, The Big Thing.
Yes, but we'll talk about it in a minute. Oh, hey, Lucky's here.
Lucky!
Hi, Lucky. We miss you. I miss seeing you at Comic-Con this year.
Yeah, dude.
But I understand you did it for a good cause. But still, I miss you. Please come. See us.
Oh, he probably can't. Can he come on the stream at any point? We gotta break the new guest
I don't know.
seal.
I don't know. Lucky, please text me so we can find out if we can have you on the stream and what we can and cannot talk about. Yes, we could. We could just talk about church.
His church.
Because
he bought a church.
Yes, that is true. Anyhow, let's get to the news while you get to work. So I thought this was really interesting because I feel like we've talked about this privately before, like just not private as in this is like a taboo subject, but I feel like we've within our friend groups talked about this a lot. But broadcast and cable TV usage drops below 50% for the first time ever as viewers favor streaming. And I feel like we've had these conversations before where we talk about how like no one watches cable TV anymore, and that I feel like nobody that we know has a subscription to cable TV anymore.
No, and I'm so bummed because I wanted to watch the Judge Steve Harvey episode tonight, adjudicating over the toy anxiety geek dad life beef, and I realized today I'm like, oh, we don't even have ABC.
No, we have nothing. I mean, we have Hulu, which means that we could technically tap into live TV, but it's
I've never wanted to in the last 5 years until today.
False.
When do
we wanted to do it for the NBA finals because the Heat was in the finals, but we don't typically need to. By the way, Mato says Darth Vader with music. It's like a full 80s opening or toy commercial. Also, Mato knows what we're talking about because he's from Argentina, I believe.
No,
so he gets the joke of like Hispanics like to change. They like to change the theme song and like the way that things are presented. But anyway, Lucky says no more Comic-Con for him ever. Yeah, I just can't talk about the show that is going to start airing its final season soon. That fucking sucks, Lucky. Dang, I'm so sorry. But we'll bring you on. Maybe we can talk about Lucky collects toys.
Oh,
He's
yes,
talked
he does.
about it on our stream before.
Yes, he does. And he
loves the Mezco toys.
Yeah, and the Four Horsemen stuff.
So maybe we could just do like a
I'm deep into
Lucky,
that
we'll
shit,
talk
man.
about it and we'll bring you on. You'll be our first guest for like this new wave of the
Attack the Block Print.
Attack the Block Print. Anyway, so yeah, I thought this was an interesting article because they were saying that, broadcast and cable TV is just not doing the same numbers that it's done before, and for the first time it's kind of dropping below 50%, and that most people seem to be favoring streaming. And weirdly enough, guess what streaming network I guess is doing the best?
Freevee.
I'll give you 3 guesses.
Shut the fuck. Really?
Freevee is not one.
Okay. I was trying to pick a weird
guess.
one. Hulu?
No. Doing the best.
I know. I mean, Disney Plus was my first guess.
No, that one's wrong too.
Well,
I'll give you one more because you were nope, wrong. YouTube.
Oh yeah, okay. I didn't even consider that as just
YouTube.
Of course, dude. That's what I want.
YouTube has the largest market share of all streaming audiences. That's crazy.
I know. I don't doubt that because that's what I watch most. It's crazy, and sometimes I'm like.
It's crazy, but it's not, because you and I have kind of talked about this before, and we've especially talked about it with friends who we've tried to convince to like get into streaming on YouTube for their own projects, their own brand. And we always say, we're like, everybody's on YouTube. People are watching YouTube. Don't sleep on YouTube. And for a minute, for just like a nanosecond, I was almost convinced that it was Twitch, that Twitch had taken the market share because there's so many young people watching it.
Think about
but they're not. It's still YouTube.
Yeah.
So Anyway, I think Lucky's like YouTube is the best. It's all I watch. It's all I watch
right,
too.
dude? Yeah, same. I wonder what Lucky watches on YouTube.
It's probably very interesting.
I know. I always wonder what people like watch on YouTube.
So here's the breakdown. Streaming accounted for 38.7% of viewing. Representing a new record. YouTube is leading the way with 9.2% of that share, followed by Netflix with 8.5%, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Illustrating just how much Netflix is still dominating the competition, the next closest was Hulu with 3.6%, Amazon Prime at 3.4%.
I never watch Prime.
It depends what they have, because like when the boys comes out, we're there. When Wheel of Time came out, I was there. You know, Rings of Power, I'm there. Yeah. But it is.
But I never put it on first, and I think it's partially because I don't like their interface, even though the
interface sucks.
But what I was gonna tell you is, what's your YouTube algorithm? I kind of know it, but like, what's your YouTube algorithm feed you?
Mine?
Yeah.
I think it's very too. Let me know what your algorithm feeds you, but mine is very niched out to what I love, because the algorithm just knows me by now.
That's what I'm saying. So what do you get?
So now it's like ambiance or lo-fi music.
Yeah, I get
anything that I can play in the background, because I play it a lot for Tony when we leave the house, and I play for myself. Yeah. Anything related to nail art or manicures and pedicures. Yeah. Anything that's about cosplay or crafting is usually top. Yeah. And I want to say that's and anything Halloween related. Yeah. Anything Halloween related. Yeah. What about you? I know yours, but mine? Go ahead and tell the chat. It's toy tubers.
Yes.
Anything that has to do with aliens.
Yes.
Anything from oh my god, what's the name of this show? Breaking Points
by News. Yeah.
Is it Breaking Points?
Yeah.
Why do I think hot?
Hot ones?
Because they have a little fire, I think.
Hot ones. I get my news on hot ones.
I get hot ones. I forget, what's the other one that you have, my love?
That you really kind of sums it up. Lately, it's been more,
also Halloween stuff.
Yeah, Halloween horror stuff I get, some movie stuff I get, but mostly like, I get Harloff, I get alien stuff, I get. Yeah. Toys, all the toy stuff that there is. So yeah, just kind of like that's me. That's what you'll see on mine.
Lucky says, I watch a lot of philosophy stuff, nerd stuff, and weird old films from the 20th century, which he refers to as the last century. Christopher Alacon says, my algorithm is Berserk videos and anything history.
Okay.
Fun fact, I haven't watched Berserk again since I first saw it in like the early 2000s.
I've never seen it.
It disturbed me so greatly. Yeah, the ending is so disturbing that I was like, and I'm
Should I watch it?
I think you'd like it. Yeah, it's short.
Okay.
Bo says food, toys, comic books, movie stuff. So basically YouTube reading me like a book. Yes, YouTube does read us.
Well, that's my favorite part about it, dude.
I know. Mato says artist drawing, miniature painting, card pack opening. I bet that's really satisfying.
Yes.
Documentaries. And I mean, Man Ben is here. Man Ben.
What's that?
I don't know. You'll have to. John Garcia says Marvel Snap videos. I love Marvel Snap. Horror podcast too, and toy hunting. Let's see. True crime. RAF. True crime, comedy, conspiracies, movie news, and dog training videos.
That's a good
RAF
one.
is literally one of the best dog dads I've ever met in my entire life. Also, shout out to RAF.
Look like Nick Fury.
Send some, looking like Nick Fury right now. Send some love for him in the chat. He's recovering from, I don't know what happened to your eye. A blood vessel burst or something. Yeah. It's in his stories. You can see it there.
He looks badass.
He looks like, and thankfully, I think it's fine. He's not like in mortal peril or anything, but send him some healing love in the chat, please, because he needs it. So YouTube, dude.
Yeah, I love it.
I feel like YouTube is going to dominate.
Yeah, I watch it almost exclusively.
Yeah. Anyway, moving along.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk. I mean, if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I'm like having my vampire era, and I'm like obsessed with anything with vampires. I'm reading right now even a novel called The Vampire Queen by Katie Roberts. I can't stop. And I just read a book called A Discovery of Witches that also has to do with vampires as well. I'm in it to win it. But so this article came up about the different Dracula-based movies that have come out in the last year, because we've had a couple of them. We had Renfield that came out earlier this year. And then last weekend, I believe, the Last Voyage of the Demeter came out as well.
I've seen it. Gotta go see it.
Yeah, I know. I think somebody told us like, oh, it's worth watching. I forgot who it was.
A lot of people told me that.
Well, anyway, the point is, sadly, both of these movies have flopped. And I think that this is a very...
Renfield flopped too?
Yeah, Renfield flopped. I don't know. I don't know if I expected that from The Last Voyage. Because it did look like it was going to be more horror than comedy, which horror films in general have been doing better. No. I'm thinking of because Renfield was a horror comedy. And Last Voyage is like a pure horror film, right? Like a monster horror film. But I kind of expected it to do better. You know, because of that, because monster movies have been doing well. Horror movies in general have been doing well this year. We've talked about it. Right.
The budget was high.
You just hit what I was gonna say.
I was surprised by that.
The problem with these isn't necessarily that people aren't going to see them. This is the problem that a lot of films have been having this year, which we've talked about almost every week now.
And Bob
is that the
Iger,
budget is too high.
Bob Iger listens to our show, watches our show, so like you can talk directly to him.
Bob. Yeah, the budgets are way too high. I mean, in fairness, The Last Voyage is a project that has been in the making for like a decade.
That's crazy.
I know that is crazy. So I guess it's expected kind of that the budget would be a little on the high end because it's been going on for so long. The longer things take, the more money it's going to cost. But it really did have a very high budget. And I'll find you the numbers right now.
I think it was in the 30 millions or something like that.
Let me see.
When I think Megan cost like $8 million or something like that.
Demeter carried a high $45 million budget. Yeah. And that is pretty high considering that some of the other movies that we've seen do really well in the box office, like Talk to Me, almost anything Blumhouse, almost anything A24, even Evil Dead Rise, The Boogeyman, they had really, really low budgets. Yeah. And because of that, they're successes. Even though they're not grossing, hundreds, it's not Barbie, but it's still it's still paying itself back and then some, which is why it's considered a box office hit. And so unfortunately for the Demeter and also for Renfield, which Renfield wasn't my favorite film. I mean, it was entertaining for what it was, but it's not like
super stylized. Yeah,
it's very stylized. It was fun, but it wasn't like instant favorite. It was just like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's a miss. You know what I mean? Yeah. Anyway.
They cost too much to make these movies.
Too much,
they need to start getting better at staying in the budget.
Yeah.
Especially if people aren't going as much as they used to.
Yeah. See, and like here's the thing. Lucky says they should have released them in October.
Duh.
I don't agree 100% because I don't think that every like so-called horror movie or scary movie needs to be released in October for it to be successful.
Can you imagine if every horror movie got to be released?
I know October would be impossible. We wouldn't be able to live. There aren't enough weeks in October for releases like that.
No, but I will say that
also I love summer horror.
Yeah,
I think
too.
summer horror is it's a thing.
But I do think that every October we're like, man, I wish there was more horror movies to see this month. Like they're not as many as you'd think.
Right.
But even if they released it like just in the fall time.
It could be September releases. It could be November releases, even a little bit after spooky season. Although it could be argued that people by November are already ready for Christmas stuff.
They're dorks.
I agree. I mean, I like Christmas stuff, and we're
December.
Christmas people, but that's for December.
After Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I need Thanksgiving is my buffering zone for all things Christmas. But anyway, so yeah, it's kind of sad to see that they flop because Dracula stuff is awesome.
People say it's good, and people I talked to liked it a lot.
Yeah, I'm down to see it. We didn't go on opening weekend only because we were busy, and Peter was out of town, but not because we didn't want to see it. We want to. It's just But yeah, sad to see it. Sorry, Dracula films. Okay, moving into video game news. This is not horror related. Is Twin Peaks considered horror?
No,
right?
but it's always like shared in the fandom. There's like horror elements, but it's not like a traditional horror.
It's like surrealist horror or surrealist thriller. I don't know. But anyway, the point is, Twin Peaks Into the Night demo reimagines the cult classic TV series as a PS1 style game.
That's really funny.
That blows me away. When I was still working for Skybound, we were obviously looking into all of these different games. And there was a lot of games that were billing themselves as like vintage, classic PS1 era style gameplay, which as somebody who grew up with the PS1, I can't imagine why anyone would want to go back to it.
I don't love that. I mean, I love a lot of games on the PS1, but that's not my, I don't think that was like a checkpoint that I need to return to.
Exactly. I have fond memories.
Me too.
But I don't want to go back to it because if you go back to it, you realize quickly that it's not like quite bad.
It's not like 8-bit or 16-bit or even 32-bit. It's like, what is it? 32-bit?
It's like Polygon
it is 32-bit
or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's like that early 3D I didn't like.
Yeah, it's not great.
Like PS1 games that are side scrollers are still hold up.
Yeah, that's fine, but it's just very rough.
Yeah.
Everything looks like a weird like octagon.
Especially people who didn't grow up with it, you know?
I can see how people who didn't grow up with it find it to be novel. And it's harder for us who grew up with it when we were not little kids. Like I was already a teenager when the PS1 came out. So I have really crisp memories of the PS1.
I do not think you were a teenager when the PS1 came out.
When did it come out?
Double check. I think it was 97, 96.
I was already in middle school.
Yeah, but check it out.
I was a teenager.
Challenged. This is challenged.
Oh, I may have been in 5th grade.
Okay,
Let's see. PS4 release date. Sorry. PS1.
You have to have been 13 or older.
No, that's not true.
I'm saying for that statement to be valid.
1995.
What year
I
were you
was
born?
in 5th grade.
What year were you born?
1986.
So you were not even 10 years?
I was a preteen. I was a tween.
Yeah,
no, is that a tween? No.
No, dude, you were not even 10 yet.
Well, whatever. The life cycle of the PS1 was long enough that I remember it in my teen years.
That is totally true.
Wow.
No, you know what?
Way to nitpick.
No, but you know what I nitpicked? I'm just teasing you.
I know you are.
But you know the reason I did? Because I was just thinking, wait a second, I was a kid. I wasn't even a teenager, I don't think.
Well, you're 3 years older than me, so you were kind of...
maybe I was 12 or something.
Yeah.
I just remember being really young when that system came out and playing like the Die Hard trilogy video game and like some fun games that were certainly fun. But, you know, to your point, they're not like... I'm not desperate to go back to that style.
No, I'm not.
But like, people are.
It's fine.
Yeah, I bet you I think I can remember an indie game being announced like within the last couple of years that's purposely doing that style. So we're there.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It's a weird one for me.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about it. I know I'm not gonna be playing it.
No,
but I like and I love Twin Peaks, but I just don't want to go through this again.
You know why I like it for Twin Peaks? Because it had like that 90s vibe.
That is true.
Yeah.
It does fit. At least they chose a property that kind of fits into
it's
the
clever,
90s.
certainly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, just so you can see, here's a couple of screenshots. You can see, look at that loading screen.
Article. Yeah, this is cool.
Look at it. Look at it.
Hey, at least they did that style. That's kind of like the first GTA style.
Yeah, it reminds me of this game that me and my brother used to play a lot called Driver. I think it was called Driver.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has that vibe. Look.
That's so funny,
Look.
Dude. Yeah, that's pretty funny, dude.
I love it. It's actually kind of cool to see the screenshots. I just don't know that I want to play
No, I like knowing it exists, but
you know what it looks like? The old Resident Evils.
Oh my god, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Which that was funny because when we played the remakes, we were like, man, these are so fucking great. I want to go back and play them again. Yeah. And then you see them, you're like, oh no.
You're like, oh no, I don't want to do that at all. I've changed my mind. But yeah, the screenshots at least are very cool. Yeah. By the way, this has no affiliation with
oh really? Is that licensed?
No, at all. It's an indie. It's actually out right now for free on itch.io. You can download it. It's a PC only game. But you can download it, you can play it. It's just a demo right now. But you can check it out. It's developed by a team called Blue Rose, And yeah, so I mean, if any of you play it, please let us know because I'm dying to know if it was actually any good.
Yeah,
I'm not downloading this.
I would like if it. No, I love the indignance. I am not downloading this.
There is no way.
That's us as like video game nerd kids growing up and getting stank. You're like, I am not
downloading that. I feel bad.
No,
but I'm not gonna do it.
No. I totally get it. It just sounded so good.
I got really
I liked
distracted
it
just now because like one of my tattoos is like really raised.
Oh, that's happened to me before. On my hand even.
Yeah, it just sometimes it catches me off guard, and I'm like, did I get bit by something, or is this just the ink not trying to leave my body?
Is that what it means?
I don't know the scientific reason why that happens.
If Matt's here, he can tell us.
I don't know if he's here, but for some reason, like when there's a lot of humidity, or I'm just hot for some reason, like the ink just raises off of my skin. It's very, very disconcerting, but whatever. I'm not dying. It's fine. Anyway, moving along. I wanted to bring up because I know we had mentioned earlier that Ahsoka is coming out soon, and we're super excited. And you're carving Darth Vader today, and so I wanted to talk about some Star Wars.
Super hyped, dude.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep my hype to a minimum, just because even though I've enjoyed the last few shows, they weren't like Mando season 1 and 2 level for me.
No, not even close.
And I want to give everything a fair shot, and I can still enjoy it. Like Andor was an incredibly made series. It just didn't tickle that Star Force camp for me at all. I like the camp a little bit. And then Mando season 3 was a lot of fun. I loved a lot of the set design and stuff, but it didn't pop the way season 2 and 1 did for me. And Boba, I have a love-hate relationship with. Like, there's a lot of stuff in Book of Boba. I'm like, this is yum, yum, yum. Eat this up all day. Yum, yum, yum.
Yum, yum, yum.
Boba Fett. Yum, yum, yum.
I didn't like Boba Fett at all.
You didn't like
Except
it
for
at all.
the last few episodes when it turned
episodes
into Mando.
No, the Mando episodes are some of the greatest Star Wars of all time.
Yeah.
But I even like the desert stuff and all that. But the point is, this has to be great.
Well, okay.
Okay, go ahead.
So we've talked about it on the stream quite a few times, right? We've talked about Rebels, we've talked about Star Wars in general, but anyway, I was scrolling through to find some stuff to talk about in regards to Ahsoka, in regards to Star Wars, and I came across this article on Collider that I thought was really interesting because if you have seen Rebels, then you are familiar with Sabine Wren, who is going to be one of the main characters in the upcoming
I'm
Ahsoka.
stoked on this because I really like the casting.
Yes, I love the casting too. But this article has to do more with the backstory of Sabine, which seems like Sabine is going to be one of the main characters that drives forward the Ahsoka storyline.
Sure. And I love that.
And so this is kind of an op-ed piece, but it's basically it's suggesting that Sabine Wren is one of Star Wars' most tragic characters.
Whoa.
Which
so far, you mean?
No, not so far. I mean, I'm sure so far, but no, in general, if you watch the Rebels show, then you know what I'm talking about, but I'll kind of give you a quick synopsis of what they mean and by her being tragic. So if you have watched the Rebels, you know that Sabine has a very interesting storyline. She joins the crew of the Ghost, as she is basically fleeing from not only her own people, the Mandalorians, but also the Empire. Right? And you don't really know at first, why does everybody hate Sabine? Because she's awesome.
Right. Yeah.
She's really funny. She's super talented. She's very kind in her own way. And so you have to ask yourself, and they drop, Dave Filoni.
Yeah.
He drops these little seeds throughout, and he doesn't really tell you why. But you come to find out that Sabine, who is from Mandalore, gets recruited by the Empire, and she is a genius with technology.
Yeah, what a good show, dude.
And specifically with explosives and anything that makes a big boom. And she basically constructs a weapon on behalf of the Empire that ends up getting used to destroy her own people.
Whoa, that's right.
It's messed up. It's like a device that basically it targets Beskar armor and fries whoever's inside of the Beskar armor. And there is an episode later into the series where you can watch a battle where that weapon is being used.
It's wild.
And you see what happens on the battlefield, which was pretty intense for a kids show. but it is horrifying. And when she finds out about this, she leaves, right? Like she can't believe it, but her people brand her a traitor. And so they are obviously not willing to take her back. And when she leaves the Empire, now they brand her, a deserter. And so that's why she's on the run. So messed up. And then somewhere along the line, she finds the Darksaber, which if you know is like this mythical weapon that was carried by a Mandalorian Jedi. And it's said that anybody who carries the Darksaber will lead the Mandalorians, whatever. And she just happens upon it. And then the rebels are telling her hey, we need the Mandalorians. We really need the Mandalorians to win this rebellion, to fight back against the Empire. We need you to rally everybody up. We need you to be the person that brings them to the rebellion. Yeah. And she now with the lightsaber tries to do that. And so it's this whole thing. You need to watch the series.
Yeah, it's really good.
But
that was really good recap.
Thank you. It's a very tragic story. This one person who has been literally abandoned by everybody. And then, by the way, not to mention all of the tragedies that befall her as part of the crew of the Ghost. Mm-hmm. Because, Ezra is one of her best friends. Yeah. And Kanan, one of her best, somebody she looked up to and, was a very prominent male figure in her life. Bye. And then towards the end of Rebels, everybody scatters to the winds and she's left alone. She's left alone on Lothal. Yeah. By herself. Yeah. Solo dolo. Yeah. So she is very tragic in a way, I don't know. I think you guys, if you haven't watched it, I think that you should definitely, I know somebody mentioned in the chat, you've got to watch Rebels before Ahsoka drops. Try to get through. I think you certainly tried, at least. I bet you they were going to recommend a playlist or something. I would say you could probably. There was an Ahsoka playlist that they did that was a lot less episodes. Yeah, but that's from Ahsoka in the Clone Wars. But I don't know that they have. No, it's all, yeah. The story. No, they have her in Rebels too. I'm just saying that. Like a Sabine storyline. Yeah. Or even just what are the best episodes to watch? But I'm sure there's a YouTube online. Recap. Yeah. I did get to see John R. Price says the fact that they put Sabine's mural in live action as Chef's Kiss. We actually got to see it at Comic-Con. They had it there in person, and I got to see it, and of course, at scale. Tears. Yeah. Immediate tears. It's 1-to-1 scale, it's the real size. It wasn't a special effect. Yeah. It was awesome. So freaking cool. Oh, look, Raph says New Rockstars has a great recap of all the seasons of Rebels. Okay, so perfect. There you go. Thanks, Raph. Do it. They had the live action Chopper there. They had a Lothal cat. They had. Oh my God, that was so cool. They had a couple of they had Ahsoka's lightsabers. I think they had Sabine's lightsaber, which is actually Ezra's. Oh yeah. They had a bunch of stuff. Yeah, it was incredible. I can't believe I was so in my feelings. We were starstruck about the mural. Yeah, I was. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was like, there's no fucking way. But you could walk right up to it. It was amazing. Anyway, so I suggest strongly that you all go and check out Rebels. That's before we see it. Your update your recap there is so telling of, and you did a great job, my love. Thank you. Is so telling of how rich the story is. That's just one small summary of one character, and each character has a rich backstory. And man, I know all the backstories are really strong. Ryan says, Gabby, do you collect Star Wars stuff? I don't. I am not a collector. I've said this many times. I dabble in collecting, but I'm not a collector. I've just started recently finding things that I like to collect. So it's the zombie dolls I love. What did I collect? Oh, I bought my first Monster High doll the other day. I got Dracula because obviously. But I'm not really a collector. We do have a lot of Star Wars stuff that Peter and I buy kind of jointly. I mean, he collects a lot of the high-end Star Wars stuff, like the Hot Toy statues and other things. They're figures. But I just fuck off and don't correct me. They're articulated. Yeah, exactly. Just push up your glasses really quick. Did you say they're articulated? Yeah, they're not statues. They are action figures. You can leave this house right now. But I accept all of the things that he brings into this house because I love them anyway. He did bring me back from PowerCon. He brought me a little Zeb and a little Chopper, and we put them into a little diorama that we have.
In our living room, we have a shelf next to the TV that has the mini Hasbro cantina from Mandalorian.
Yeah.
And we put a bunch of 375 figures all in there together hanging
It's
out.
really cute. We should take a picture and put it on Instagram.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am not there can only really be one collector in this house, and that's my husband. So
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to do a purge soon.
yeah, we were talking about a purge. Maybe you should do like a Instagram stories sale or something and see who wants to buy your shit. No? Okay. Anyway, okay, moving along. We've got Spider-Verse news. As you know, the third Spider-Verse film has been delayed,
So
but they're
annoying.
I know, it is really annoying because it was supposed to come out in March, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So ready for it.
I know. I'm ready too. I need a conclusion to the story. But anyway, yeah, so they finally came out and gave a little bit of an update regarding what's going on with this film and what we can expect. Obviously, I'm sure you know that it's been delayed because of the strike, and so that's not helping things along either way. But the producers kind of gave us a little bit of an insight into what's happening with this film. So it says, speaking with Digital Spy, Lord and Miller, who are the ones working on this film, they're the producers, I believe.
Directors?
Or the directors, I forget. And assured the outlet that the film will release when it is ready, which is the most annoying thing ever.
I mean, I would hope so.
Yeah, I know. It's just annoying. Lord says, those conversations are thankfully above our pay grade, but I can tell you we're already hard at work on it and we'll take the time it takes to make it great.
It's like one step away from saying, it'll come out when it come out.
Miller says, what we're trying to accomplish with the film is have it be the most satisfying conclusion to the story that it can be and take it to places that you haven't been before and make you laugh and cry and cheer and think. Miller also says, regarding, oh no, never mind. I didn't want to talk about this part. It was just there are some visual and auditory changes to certain shots of Across the Spider-Verse, but it has to do with like the international versions and stuff, whatever. But yeah, so there you go. We get it when we get it and we don't get upset.
We don't get upset. I'm okay with it taking as long as it needs to take just to be great. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, see, thank you. Ryan says they're the producers and writers.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
I thought they were the producers. Anyway.
Well, I'm okay with it taking as long as it needs to take to be great. The only reason I'm even like just slightly disappointed is because they announced a date. If not for that, I wouldn't have cared.
They did, didn't they?
Yeah. I was actually surprised.
It was March.
Yeah, it was this March.
So
I was actually surprised when they announced it that it was that soon, to be honest with you.
Yeah. So. And I agree. Look, somebody put in the chat, pay the people. I agree.
Oh,
like,
dude, 100%.
I don't want it sooner at the expense of
course,
writers and actors getting paid and getting treated fairly
100%.
in the industry. Like, fuck it. We have YouTube. Yeah. But it's just... You know?
No, both things can be true. Like, it sucks that, this is even necessary to begin with. So right off the bat, that's clear. And then, part of why that sucks is because we want to enjoy the art of these amazing people, you know? And they make art that transcends everything and then shifts the whole culture. Everybody needs to be taken care of, obviously.
Yeah.
Living wages at fucking minimum. But the point is...
minimum.
But the point is, like this is also shitty. Not as shitty as not getting to eat and having to not being able to pay rent.
Yeah.
But just,
I mean, kind of necessary. Yeah, well, we need to pay our people, dude.
It's proof of how valuable these people are, that people are bummed out when something like this is delayed.
Absolutely. And in the article that I was reading earlier about cable losing its audience, one of the things that they had mentioned towards the end of the article was that things are not going to get better for cable because of the strikes.
No.
Because the lineup for shows that you would normally see in the fall is going to take a big hit because a lot of these projects have had to be postponed put on because of that. And so the things are not going to get better for these companies. And let me tell you, a lot of companies that are in the streaming business are still heavily invested in cable.
Yeah.
Crazy?
For like the like what when you put the whole series and you can binge it.
Right. Well,
what am I trying to say? Syndication or whatever.
Well, when you put the whole series.
In other words, they're relying on a cable show to do well so that it could come on to the streaming show.
Well, exactly. I mean, not everybody, because there's that's okay. Not every network or a company does that.
No.
A lot of them go straight to streaming.
Sure.
But it is kind of
true.
a problem when you're trying to premiere pilots and you're trying to premiere series
Someone-
on cable. And
Someone mentioned that the last time there was a Hollywood strike was the boom of reality TV, like because you didn't have to.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, which I'm like, is that
Although we have found out that there are writers on reality TV shows.
Yeah,
It's
but
not like it's all really that impromptu. A lot of it is like, you know.
clearly we're experts in the field.
Whatever. Anyway, we got a super chat from Brian Carr. Thank you so much,
Brian.
Brian.
I met Brian at the show at PowerCon.
Yes. Well, let me read his super chat. Amazing carving, Peter. Great meeting you at PowerCon. Thanks for chatting with me. Had a great time, and Mondo's Motu stuff is insane. Keep killing it.
Thank you, Brian. I appreciate it, man. So good meeting you too, dude. We had a lot of fun chatting it up and geeking out over those amazing figures that Mondo had on display.
What was your favorite of the whole release? Now that you can talk about it.
I mean, the craziest one was that flocked Panther that we had on display because it just looks like a brain-breaking release. Like it's got like the same way the Trap Jaw does.
Yeah.
Like it looks exactly like I remember the original toys feeling, but with updated, engineering and artistry and technology. And then on the reveals that we did at the panel, which was super fun, my favorite has to be there's this jumbo. It's like the perfect mix of Safubi and Masters action figures. It's a giant 15-inch Scareglow figure that's still maintaining the same like Motu sculpt.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That's so good.
But it's clear. It's clear so that inside you can see that we have a fully engineered skeleton that will actually glow.
Yes. Yes.
And so it is just so cool, man. I am like that one.
Silver K says I want to pet it so bad. He's talking about the flocked.
Oh yeah, it's got like I can't.
Anything
wait.
flocked, I would like to.
We met someone at the convention who feels the way. It's Obi from the Foosh.
Oh yeah.
And he says that he has the same feeling when he sees a flock thing that I have when I see that unfinished ceramic foot.
Oh, that he can't touch it?
Yes.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, that's interesting. John R. Price says, need a flocked Groman Man-Thing release.
Dude, that's a great
that would be
idea.
really good.
I learned that flocking is like super difficult to do. Yeah.
You have to use electricity and glue,
static
right?
electricity.
Because I've seen the little machine that does it for people who do miniatures.
Yeah, apparently like it's very difficult to do. It's like not, it's something that you want to get and display and not fuck with too much. Because the flocking,
rub off?
Over time, like everybody who had a Panther when we were kids had like bald spots on it. And so I have my old Moss Man up there. He's flocked and he's missing chunks. But so like you want to be careful with something like that.
Yeah.
So and then apparently it's like it creates a lot of waste when you do flocking. So,
well, yeah, because it doesn't all stick.
Right. So it's something that's not commonly done anymore for all those reasons.
Right. All right. Well, moving on. We're moving on to I guess a furry character. Not a furry. I don't know how to. I'm trying to create a transition here. It didn't work very well.
Speaking of fur-based
furries,
entities.
Sony Marvel's Craven film is supposedly a tragedy.
I have a zinger I'm not going to say because I don't want to be mean.
Don't do it.
No.
Just don't do it. Anyway.
It was about the Craven tragedy, but no.
I don't know how to feel about Craven because I don't really know a lot.
I'll tell you my feeling on Craven, and it's probably a hot take. So everybody, calm down.
Well, go ahead and just say it.
Okay, so I always thought Craven was one of the lamest looking villains.
Why? Because he's just a dude.
The design, he felt like some
He's just a yoked out dude.
Yeah, but he's got like this like cartoonish, sinister vibe,
Yeah.
and it's fine. Like I've grown to love him, but as a kid, I thought it was the lamest design. That was my least favorite Spider-Man villain design. Yeah. But he is associated with one of the greatest Spider-Man stories, Craven's Last Hunt, and so I think.
Well, I think that's what this is about.
Yeah, but the problem is, I don't know where the article's going.
Well, I'll tell you, and maybe you can go back to it. But the concept is that they're trying. They were talking about how this film, which is supposedly going to be a series.
Oh God, dude. Why do they announce that?
It's not going to be the only Craven film. If you've read the
famous
comics,
last words.
Apparently, if you've read the comics, which I don't know because I've never read the comics before, so I found this out through the article, that Craven, trigger warning here, commits suicide.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, and they said that the end credits,
yes.
the end credits of this film are going to point the viewers who are paying attention into the direction of understanding that it's supposedly a tragedy and not like it's not going to be a happy ending. It says here, the iconic storyline Kraven's Last Hunt.
That's why it says Last Hunt.
Which ends with Kraven committing suicide, defined the approach to the film. Though Kraven's a long way from being killed off just yet, that final fate means there's not a hopeful tone here. Chandor explains, Sony probably doesn't want me to lead with this, but the story is a tragedy. When the final credits roll on this film, if you've been paying attention, you won't have a feeling that this is all going to end great.
Look, that's fine, and I'll keep an open mind. I watched Morbius, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it just wasn't good.
Did I finish that film?
Probably not.
I don't think
but
so.
It wasn't bad. Like, if it came out like in the 90s, I'd be like, oh, that's fucking cool, you know?
Yeah.
But like, it would have been really cool. But it felt too much like that and not in a great way.
Yeah, heard.
And then the real problem is, and this is going to happen with Kraven too, is like, dude, these are awesome foils for Spider-Man. And Venom gets away with it, I think, a little bit, although the second movie was not my favorite, because he has like transitioned over his history to being like an anti-hero. So you can kind of see him, but like, I don't have any interest in a film solely based on these guys, like, unless they really go like the way they did with Joaquin Phoenix Joker, like really make it something like a character study.
Yeah, like very different.
You know, and I just don't think they're capable of that with these.
Either, frankly.
I'll be happy to be wrong, believe me.
We'll see. I mean, I've seen the trailers. We watched it together on this stream. We got copyright flagged for it.
It was not worth it.
It was not worth getting that copyright flag. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not, it's not like I'm frothing at the mouth.
I don't want any movie to do bad. I want them all to be awesome.
Same, but I don't know.
This just feels like it was like a corporate boardroom decision versus an art decision.
Well, moving on to something that we're actually excited about, a project that we're actually excited about. I'm sorry. The Toxic Avenger remake gets a poster and an official synopsis.
The poster's really cool,
Look at
man.
the poster.
I really like it, dude. It's very clever.
Hold on, let me go down so you guys can see what it looks like. There you go.
Hey, mute the mics for 1 second.
Okay.
That's it. Top secrets were shared. And they were cool secrets, but you can't know
They
them.
are, sorry. Anyway, but look at this fucking poster is amazing.
Yeah.
Talk about doing a lot with very little.
Yeah, this is a great design, dude.
It is. It is a great design. I love this logo. I hope that this is the logo for Toxie from now on.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for this. But they also dropped a synopsis, which I think is fun because
great.
now we kind of get an idea of like what this film is going to be. All right, so it says, and this is via the good folks at Bloody Disgusting. While the original film, which premiered in 1984, almost 40 years ago, followed the fate of Melvin Ferd Junko III, who is played by Mitch Cohen, who goes from zero to toxic hero in a case of bullying gone awry, Macon Blair's contemporary take follows a hideously deformed creature of superhuman size and strength all his own. Peter Dinklage stars as downtrodden janitor Winston Goose, who
I love that name too, by the way.
Winston Goose, who after falling into a vat of toxic waste becomes none other than the Toxic Avenger. This timely reimagining is up to its eyeballs in environmental themes as Winston goes up against the evil forces of greed and corruption to save his son, his friends, and his community. Even as this story exists on its own terms, the spirit undoubtedly remains connected to the original. Trauma fans old and new will be pleased to know that the film has been rated R for violence and gore as per Trauma tradition. It had better be gory.
It has to be, dude.
It has freaking better be.
It's like Invincible. Like they have, like Invincible, the animated series, should be rated R by today's standards. You know what I mean? Like, it's super hardcore violent, and it's just a major part of it. It's not I mean, I guess it's kind of gratuitous.
It is gratuitous.
But it's not.
We're just, you and I are very desensitized to gratuity and gore, but
to be fair, when they came out with it, and I'm hoping that this is part of it, you know, that plays into it too, is like, this is funny, that's right.
Why are you keeping that little pile?
No, I was gonna throw it away because I didn't know it was.
Does anyone want to buy that little pile of shaving?
Put it in a Ziploc bag.
I'm gonna put it in a Ziploc bag and have you kiss it with some lipstick.
Yeah. So someone suggested during the Kickstarter that I put this shit in a bag and make it a tier,
disgusting.
and I almost lost my mind.
Did you know that Tony eats those?
I know, but let's say is if a superhero punched someone, it's more than likely that it would go right through there and pulverize them.
Correct.
So like with the Toxic Avenger, if he's like super strong and superhuman, the violence
will be exactly. Look, Mr. Lanfear's in the chat. He's the authority on Toxie here.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything yet.
I'm not, but he's saying it in the chat, so I can say it. Cool. He says it's got plenty of gore.
Company, dude.
Yeah, it's done by Phil Tippett's company. Hell yeah, we're gonna have a good time.
Dude, I will be. This is the.
By the way, hold on. Somebody mentioned in the chat that this poster looks like the Suicide Squad poster.
It does have that vibe.
It has that vibe.
But for some reason, it like feels cooler now. But it does have that vibe.
Yeah, but I like it.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. Are you ready to print this thing?
I'm ready. I just wanted to give
shout out to Toxie.
Yeah, I love
we
Toxie.
love him.
All right, I'm gonna do the print right now.
Yeah, go for it. I'll keep going with the news.
People were still watching me on freaking Instagram.
Oh
Guys, you're in the wrong place, bro.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so this one's fun. There is a new time travel slasher that's been created by Blumhouse, and it's called Totally Killer, and and so they released a few images from it so that we could see it streaming on October 6th. So we'll be able to watch it October 6th. Thank God, right? We have some like cool slashers, some Halloween content, Halloween friendly content, for October. So anyway, I just wanted to show you a couple of the stills that have been put out. Let's put some of these up here. So it's a time travel slasher horror comedy. If that makes sense. It's going to be premiering on Amazon Prime this October. The film follows Jamie, who is played by Kiernan Shipka, whose mom, Pam, is terrorized by the resurgence of the Sweet 16 killer.
What if it's like a Groundhog Day slasher?
I don't know. A masked maniac that slaughtered a group of teenage girls in the 80s. With the help of her friend Amelia, she travels back in time to 1987 and teams up with the teen version of her mom to try and stop the killer.
Dude,
that's awesome, dude.
Back to the Future meets
Yes, it's awesome. I'm so ready for this film. So here's a couple of the stills just so you can see them. I think this first one is in that carnival ride, the UFO,
Gravitron?
the Gravitron.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has different names and different carnivals, but yeah, it looks like the Gravitron, which is awesome. If you were an 80s or 90s kid, you know the Gravitron was where it's at.
Yeah, dude. People could walk on the walls.
Dude, the set design looks incredible. The costumes look incredible. I'm ready.
It just shot up to my top of my interest.
Everybody who most people who know me know that this is exactly the type of thing that I want to watch. Yeah. And so everyone's been DMing me like, have you seen this? I'm like,
for real? That's cool.
Yeah, dude. And so of course, obviously I had to cover it tonight because we have to talk about it. But yeah, I'm really excited. I hope you guys watch it too. It's going to be great. I hope it's going to be great. I'm sure it will.
It'll at least be fun.
It will be fun. It will be fun.
If it's not great.
Dude, look at these gym outfits.
Right.
I love it.
Yeah.
I want an outfit like that. Bro, who the hell wore this shirt? I mean, who wore a hat to gym? Look at that little hat.
That's so funny. What's that? Like the burglar, what is it called? What was the Ronald McDonald burglar called?
What?
The Hamburglar.
The Hamburglar?
Those are the Hamburglars.
That does not look like the Hamburglar.
From here, from my tiny screen.
Oh, Lord God. Anyway. Are you ready to print this thing?
Yeah, I'm trying to get it.
Oh, okay. I'm going to go to the more main one so people can watch it. And I'll get the stinger ready for you. Yeah. Hurry up, though.
Keep talking. I might have to do another pass of ink. I was testing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, that's fine.
But yeah, I'm super hyped for that. Like, I'm like,
didn't we just watch something that was kind of
1984?
Like oh, that's right. I just finished watching, although it's a little old now, but the American Horror Story season called 1984, which is it's like a slasher. It's like an homage,
80s, obviously,
to 80s slasher films, and so it kind of starts in the 80s with a summer camp murder, and then it sort of vacillates between modern day.
Yeah, it's like like
it goes through different. It has different.
tropes.
No, what I was gonna say is it goes through different timelines.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Because if you watch the show, apparently, like the whole issue with the slashers started in the 40s, 50s, something like that, like post World War II, and then there was another mass murder at the camp in the 70s. No, I'm sorry, in the 80s. Yeah, it's in the 80s.
Yeah.
No, 70s, then 80s.
Yes.
So there's 3.
Yeah.
And then another one kind of in the 2000s. So very cool. I liked it a lot. It's not exactly my favorite of the American Horror Stories.
But it's fun. It's like a good vibe.
Yeah, it is a good vibe. If you're just into kind of, just like, having something in the background with that vibe, it's a perfect.
And like a lot of the seasons, like it goes on a little too long, but it's fine.
It does.
Nobody needs to get upset over it.
No, I agree.
All right, here we go.
Okay, go ahead.
Ready? You gonna give me the spook
I'm ready.
sound?
What spook sound? You just get
sound
the
effect.
bomb.
Oh, that's a new one.
Yes.
Remember the Halloween one? That's what I was thinking of. That.
Yeah.
All right, ready?
Here it
Live
comes.
cinematography.
Whoa.
shit.
Oh
There
my
we
gosh.
go.
And
Nice.
there you go.
Hey, it looks really good, right?
It looks really good.
Yeah, I was nervous
You
about
haven't
this
done a
one.
Darth Vader in a long time.
I don't think I've done Darth Vader since that one print I did way back when.
A long
That was
time ago.
unofficial, so please don't sue.
Somebody wants a hamburglar carving next, by the way.
Dude, I would
Or
do a
Grimace. Gamera carving would be good too, Jared.
Yeah, that's a good one actually.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do that one.
Yeah.
You talk about the Gamera.
But yeah, that
films.
looks amazing, my
Cool,
love.
right?
Congratulations.
Thanks,
a little
man.
round of applause for the artiste. Wow. Remember when you made
I
me
know.
play that while you were walking into
yeah.
the screen last week? Super cool.
I love that. Yeah, that's a good one.
I think the people want to know about our Patreon, by the way.
Okay.
You want to talk about it?
Yeah.
Because I don't have any updates.
I know, dude. We don't have any updates yet because we haven't had 3 seconds to put together.
Yeah.
But we have some time now, hopefully, that I'm done with the conventions.
Yes.
I'm not doing any big new projects that I can think of right now this year. There's stuff coming out this year. I just don't have to start anything new. I got to work on the book. That's all.
Yeah.
And there should be a Kickstarter update any day now, by the way, if you didn't already get it. But yeah, Patreon, we are going to get it done. We are going to work on it.
Yes.
But, Gabby's studying nails, her nail technician.
My license.
License now. She's
Trying to
getting
get
that
my
now.
license. As you can tell by 2 hands with
On
completely
fleek.
different manicures, that's the life of a nail tech.
But we're going to do them. I definitely want to, get these prints out and then give everybody a chance to maybe shop for the block on the store. I think that's the way we'll do it. I haven't figured it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We still have just a little bit more prep work to do on that Patreon before we launch it. But like I had mentioned, I definitely want to launch it if we can by the end of this month.
Yeah.
But I'm not promising
No,
anything.
by
But
the end of
definitely
September, you mean?
by the end of this month. But if I can't, then at least by the end of the year. I'm not making any promises.
Yeah,
we're both
yeah.
very busy, but
Yeah, yeah.
we're
We're gonna
starting.
do it.
Things are calming down right now, so hopefully we'll be able to.
I can see
to swing
clearly
it.
now. The rain is gone, as a wise man once said.
Okay.
All right, so amazing. I'm super stoked with that. Now, guys, normally, this is the part of the stream where we say, hey, guys, thank you so much. We'll see you next week. We love you. Hugs and kisses, yada, yada. But I'm just getting warmed up.
That's true. I forgot.
I'm just
about
getting
this.
warmed up. Pull up. First
I
of
have
all,
to pull
pull
it
up
up. I have to
Christian
pull it up.
stream. Show
I know,
that.
I know. Give me. Everybody relax.
Everybody hold on one second. There's a lot more happening tonight, believe it or not. First, the big thing. If you haven't subscribed yet, my buddy Christian Harloff, formerly of Collider, we met at Skybound Entertainment, and he did the Schmodown Entertainment Network, SEN. By the way, he's got a brand new podcast out with Katie Sackhoff that's super freaking fun, and we were on his show. I was on his show this week on Tuesday. Where on Tuesdays he's doing something that I'm so hyped about. That's UAP Tuesdays. So his channel is like movie and pop culture coverage and all that. And on Tuesday, because he just got into this whole topic, and he told me, I'm like, oh my god, dude, I'm such a nerd about this shit.
He really is.
So on Tuesday now he's doing like a dedicated episode to whatever's happening in the UAP alien news. And he had me on a few weeks ago, and then he had me on this week, like actually on the show. So definitely check it out. We talk about some stuff that we think is totally interesting and totally BS. We theorize and postulate on how people will react to this kind of stuff. All around, it's just not an extreme, crazy take on the topic. It's just like a, dudes hanging out talking shit take on the topic. But it's fun.
I'm gonna throw the link in the chat.
Yeah, throw a link in the chat.
Anybody wants to go and watch it.
It's fun.
Right here.
It's fun. Christian's a great broadcaster and he's super into it. And I just love hanging out and talking to him, So if you're not, and then what? Gaby's typing something up and she drops it right now. Okay. Then tonight, right after this stream, like in 9 minutes from this moment, I'm gonna be on Gotham City tonight.
Yeah, baby.
With my good bud, the Canadian Stallion.
Let's get you guys that
Ryan
link.
Dole. Yeah, let's put that link up. Gotham City tonight. Ryan has threatened to quiz me.
Oh yeah.
About my favorite episodes. I don't know the title names, bro, but I'm gonna tell you what my favorites are. I'll describe them. It'll be like a fun game where I describe it, and Ryan goes, "Oh, that's this one." Yes. But I will talk about my favorite episodes. We'll talk a little bit about what happened at PowerCon and what we showed off. And anytime I could just hang out with our buddy Ryan Dole, it is a super fun time. So guys, all you, if you can, come over to Gotham City tonight. Let's keep the party going. A lot of folks from his audience have started watching this show, which is awesome. And last week we sent over all you guys over there, so you know how to do it. And just I'm gonna switch seats. Gaby's gonna clock out.
I'm out of here.
I'm gonna go sit.
I'm starving. I'm leaving.
I'm gonna go sit over there, and I'm just gonna join. I'm just gonna keep going.
Yes.
So, all right, you guys, we love you very much. Thank you for hanging on this episode of Attack the Block Print Live.
It went really well.
Super
we only
fun.
Fucked it up like once.
No, it was super good. super good. Super
yeah, no, we had
episode.
a great time. Thank you so much, everybody. We love you so much.
And remember, go get the record. We
go
gotta
get it.
Push it to the top of the charts. I just go to mondoshop.com. It's on the banner.
Yes.
You can't miss it. Get it. And if you get it, if you order it, post like a screenshot of you ordering it and like your receipt or your confirmation. Just tag me or just comment in my last post. Say, hey, +1 or whatever. Just let me know, man. I want to know if you guys are digging this new endeavor. It's the first time I do a record design, so
very cool. Maybe I'll do others.
Yeah, I would love to.
And remember, leave some comments underneath of what you want to see him carve next week. Make your requests.
It's like when a cover band's saying like any requests, and you guys are like, play. What's the song? Play Stairway.
Oh God, Freebird.
Freebird.
All right, we're leaving.
All right,
we love you.
Bye.
Bye.